Hello everybody, welcome to another Ride Along with Goggles. And today we're in Amarillo, which is fitting because I got my Flatbed Brothers Amarillo skin on here, which is this company I came up with before Texas was released actually, and it was in anticipation of Texas. So anyway, I have it out there for quite a few trucks, but this is Smarty's 350. And I don't have it out for here because I can't paint the sleeper. And the reason is, I guess Smarty's holding things back. You got to be a patron to get all the templates, which I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in that because I mean I'm a patron of so many people, but Smarty isn't one of them. But I mean I spend a lot of money every month on patronage, and yet I have a patron account, and I don't mean to whine, but I can't even make enough money to make a withdrawal of what comes in. So it's kind of pathetic situation. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why I try. But anyway, let's get over that. Yeah, so we got a load of Volvo Rims and Tires here going to down by Odessa. And yeah, it's not urgent or anything. We got hard parking turned on here. You can see I didn't back in perfectly straight. Yeah, it's a great truck. I really like it. Got Smarty's wheels on here, the 5-hole Alcoas. And we got the Hall Scott engine again. And yeah, let's get on with it. Got the windows down for a little bit. Well, the sun's low like this in the morning. It's kind of foggy. Like if you look, the window's kind of murky looking out there. So we'll leave them down till we get out on the road anyway. It'll be a little loud. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have my monitor turned on here, my tablet. Oops. One more. There we go. We got the other one on. We're good. All right. I think I'm gonna go out this way instead of going through the front parking lot. I hope some of you were able to watch that video on the Hall Scott engine that I included a link to in the last video. That's pretty cool. So we're in 147 here, and there's quite a few things have changed. I think the biggest thing when it comes out, a good chance might include, or shortly thereafter, we might get Oklahoma. Oh boy. Well, we're gonna have to look at all the traffic. What if we can scare somebody into stopping here? No, not this guy. There we go. For this guy. So that was pretty abrupt lane change. Windows up here. So, got the 13 speed in here again. So if you're wondering, yeah, so this truck has, with the default arrangement that comes from Smarty with the various chassis options and transmissions,
keep right.
final,
After 50 yards, turn right.
final drive ratios, etc.
Turn right.
It's pretty slow on the highway.
Keep left.
So I put in a I got a 325 final drive, 325 or 3, yeah, 325 I think, final drive ratio, 13 speed. And once again, if you're not familiar with this scenario, when they list the transmission, that last number, like 3.25 or 3.58, 3.7 or whatever, that's the final drive ratio of the differentials. But I guess, you know, they just bundle it in with the transmission. I got a tutorial out on the transmissions and what all the numbers mean, so you can figure it out when you're shopping for the right transmission for your truck and what you want to do with it. Some transmissions are better than others, obviously, not based on the transmission, but based on the final drive ratio and what you're trying to do. How heavy a load you're carrying. Are you going to be off-road or on slow roads with a lot of weight, or are you going to be barreling down the freeway at 80 in Texas here somewhere? So, what's new in 147? It's a good question. There's a lot of stuff actually. In the map, they've got world ambient sounds. And if you've ever, wandering around a bit here, if you ever tried ProMods Canada, like those ambient sounds they have, like when you turn off your truck engine and listen, wow, it's amazing what they've done. And what SCS is doing here is putting more world sounds in, and they're doing the positional thing like ZMod would do with his engines. Like if you have ZMod stuff, when you get out of the, or sorry, when you move around the truck, you'll hear the engine note change based on your position in relation to both the air intake and the exhaust. So that's kind of cool. And so they're doing that now in SCS, which is nice. I'll add to the merging with stock engines. I haven't tried a stock engine yet, but I mean, I've only just got in the game. So it's a little early. What else? Oh yeah, random road bumps. So that's kind of cool. Now they do say in their little blurb about it that you may not notice the bump on the road, like see it visually, but it'll happen and you'll get a little bounce of varying degrees. It's not just going to be the same bump over and over, which is nice. I don't know if we've hit any yet. We'll have to be alert for it. Darn, oops, I probably scared that guy off. No, he's still there. Oh, he's brave. I'm wandering around. I don't have the truck stability very high. You can see it wobbling around quite a bit. Let's just put the cruise back on here. Maybe he'll motor on by. And so what's next on the list? We got the gas, well they call it gas cisterns, but it's like tanker trailers that are the, similar to, they look like the, like a big propane trailers or tanks. They don't look so much like a fuel trailer, but you can haul gasoline, diesel fuel, crude oil with ownable trailers. And I did buy some in this profile. I have a few, but not using them at the moment. Well, I've got the flat decks on because I wanted to do the Amarillo trip with the Flatbed Brothers skin. And they're an interesting thing. They've got this big arrow wing available for the back of the trailer if you want to put it on, which I would guess is designed to reduce the vacuum at the back of the trailer based on airflow, straighten it out, and increase fuel mileage.
Keep right.
Looks
After 50 yards, exit right ahead.
Looks kind of futuristic though.
Exit right ahead.
Not quite what you'd expect to see on an old vintage truck like this pulling. But once again, you don't have to have it on. And the other thing with the trailers is kind of cool is the outlet valves for discharge.
Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right.
For discharging the load are on both sides. That they're mirrored on both sides of the trailer, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Turn right.
Because if you look at John Ruda's or Shadow Walker's trailer, or Tyrone Spooth, they all have the outlets on the right side only. So that's kind of cool. It's got these guards you can put in place that protect the valves, but when you put those on, it kind of ruins the view and the detail that you're seeing. So I left them off
50 yards.
the trailers I built. And then let's see what else.
Exit left ahead.
Oh yeah, adaptive cruise control. So we're gonna try that when we get on this road here. We'll get on cruise control. We'll try and hopefully we can come up behind another truck. Is the best way to test it. See if how it works. So what that does is it'll slow you down if you're approaching another vehicle. I've got it set for 120 feet, which is the maximum. But based on the fact we have a double trailer on here, a B double, it's probably smart. Well, not that I do very many things that are smart, but let's just roll with that. And then the Kenworth W900, it's got, you can get rid of the DEF tank, which is kind of nice, so you don't have to have that contraption on there. You can just have straight fuel tanks, which is nice if you want the clean look, and so that's kind of cool. And in between the gauges, like the little display panel there, didn't have the cruise control information, so they've put that in. That's kind of like a fix. And let's see what else. They have custom city intros in Idaho and Utah. That's kind of cool. And like I was saying, that sound, the ambient sounds have also, what I guess I kind of combined it in with that when I was blurbing on about the direction of sound. And they're calling it a sound direction filter. Oh, we're going to get by here before that guy gets here. It's fine. So that's something new. And now the highway speed goes up here, so. What else? Oh, they say they have performance improvements, so we'll have to take note of that. Maybe it's time to jack the frame rates up again, because I got it capped at 60 right now. And they say there's going to be improved frame rate performance at night and with bad weather and dense traffic. So we'll have to see how that works. Hopefully we get a chance to sneak up behind that truck up there and see how the adaptive cruise works. I'm going about as fast as I want to go in this whole thing. got 74 miles an hour on the clock here. Looks like civilization coming up there. We may be slowing down for that. Let's see what happens. The user interface thing. So there we've got career history. Your user interface, your career history has been redesigned. So I'll have to check that. And they have an in-game update log. I haven't checked that out, so I don't know what that's all about. And an economy reset teleport. So what it does is when it teleports you, you can shoot. Oh, the adaptive cruise is working. But you get the low air sign come down. You see that? So we've got our cruise set at 75, but it's just slowing us down. That's awesome. We didn't have to do. But now we're lugging the engine, so I turn that off. So that's pretty cool.
Go straight.
Hey, I've got Harvin's tanker in here. It's not compatible with 147, so I just made my own version of it. I was going to put it behind the whole truck.
Go straight.
But when I might do, it would look pretty good with one of my vintage, like the old Super Test skin on the truck. That would be pretty cool. Now, downside of this truck and the template and all the mess we're having is the back of the, I put the sleeper on. I don't like this dull aluminum sleeper, but you can see the back of the cab is all black. Well, I didn't paint it like that. It just turned out that way with the template the way it is, and lack of, I don't know, whatever is blackmailing you into being a patron. Kind of annoying, really. So I got that sleeper on there. That's pretty ugly. If it was polished aluminum, it might look okay. But I think that, you know, the guys like me who are used to drive in real life, we want our trucks to look good. And I think these other guys, I don't know if Smarty ever drove in real life, but or the guy who did the Outlaw 359. But they're obsessed with making old parts, so you can make the truck look really crappy. And if you owned a truck, why would you want it to look that way? And I think guys who drove in real life, or do drive in real life, you want a good-looking truck. And I know for me, I proved it. It was really good for business to have a sharp, clean truck all the time. As customers, if they had a choice between me and a guy who used to work, had a truck on where I had mine on, we had the same basic configuration, different truck, but he was a mess. Like, he was filthy all the time. His coveralls were, you know, that sheen of grease on them, and it was just a mess. His truck was a mess. He thought it made him look tough, like, you know, hey, I'm busy, you know. It makes you look like an idiot in reality. And the customers want your $1 million load on the back of that? I don't think so. They want, you know, it's like they're reaching into the bottom of the barrel to get their goods delivered. When you're driving flat decks, people recognize, like, you know, you as the public may not know what's going on, but people who are in the business recognize each other's product when they see it going down the road. You want it on a sharp-looking vehicle if you can. So that's my rationale of why, you know, I always had it, and I think it proved it, because the customers would call in, they wouldn't ask for a truck with this capability. When they wanted
Keep right.
either of us, they would say, hey, is Dan available? And I got a lot more business than the other guy. Said keep right, but I think she needs to turn right. So that's why I wonder, why do you want to drive a rackety old thing with dull chrome and bad paint.
Keep left. After 50 yards, exit left ahead.
I forgot to change the
Exit left ahead.
the headlight rings on this thing right now. Oops. Oh, I've got to. Forgot to move the range selector. What was I thinking? So yeah, I got the dull headlight rings on here. It really stands out, so I'm not going to go look at them again. Early straight away. I'll show you at the end. Just looks out of place. I kind of, I mean, as an option, I guess, for the mod maker, it's kind of cool to have that option. But personally, I guess it's a personal preference.
After 50 yards, turn left. Turn left.
But yeah, I'm way out there. It's a good looking truck though, I like it. And this is the older version, the 1949 version. There's I think a 54 is the other one. The 54 has black rubber trim around the windshield and a few other changes. John's Auto Repair. Wow, that's a big outfit.
After 100 yards, turn left.
We're going into deep
Turn
wells. Now, oh, this looks like a different kind of yard. I don't know if I've ever been in here before. Wow, that's cool. They got oil derrick parts laying around here. They kind of look like surface wells though, or they're not tapered like the big triples. That's kind of cool though. They're pumping oil right out of the yard. Man, that's one scrawny looking pump jack. Ooh, it's lightweight. They're pulling it right out of the ground right here. Another one back there. That one looks a little bigger. Oh, maybe not. Hard to see. I know they had some nice ones down around, where were we? Corpus Christi out in the Tules there. They had the good sound and everything. If you turned your truck off and listened to them, they sounded about right.
You have reached your destination.
Yeah, this is a neat prefab. Now let's see. We're going to do some hard parking with this B-double. Oh my. That could be tricky. Okay, well, I think based on the look of the map, we're going to turn right here and go around the building. I hope this is something we're up for. Some mud tank. Well, no, that's not a mud tank. That's what do they call those trailers? What else do we got here? Big diameter casing, I guess, right there. But it's not got any ends on to screw it together. So where are we going? I totally messed up here. I thought we were going back there somewhere. Better look at the map. Oh, I'm driving right off the darn map. Oh. Well, if I can't figure out where to park this thing, we're in a bit of trouble. I guess we're gonna have to turn around. Oh boy. What we're gonna do a figure 8 here. I think. So we get the trailer. Get that back trailer around that one there. Just keep looking around here for the parking spot. We don't danger of turning this trailer too short. Should be alright. No, that second one is going to be a problem. We're over 90 on it. Oh, there we go. We're out. Didn't damage it. I did that so the back trailer would be out wider in the yard and it'd clear this one on the way out. If I had to just try to U-turn, that might not have worked. Gotta figure out where to... Oh, there. Look at over there. I see it parked. Okay. Alright, this should be a little tricky. It's the old zigzagaroo here. There's some skids there. Look at those. I hauled a lot of those in my day. But not, well, I guess a couple plain like that, but hey, let me see. Can't get there from up this side. We gotta go up here. This is going to take some doing, boy. This will be the hardest double park we've done in a while. Yeah, that pump jack's quite a bit different than the other one out by the gate. Yeah, yeah, frac tank, that's what they're calling those things. Just going to pull ahead a little wee bit. Just correct that back end a bit. Oh, we don't want to skip parking. We want to see if we can do this. That's why we got hard parking turned on. Probably going to have to do a little maneuvering here to get this whole thing sorted. I guess a pull-up is going to be in order. But there's room back there, which is really nice. When I saw that on the map, I thought, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Not going to be straight in the box, but we'll take it. Okay, well that was kind of fun. That's this whole truck is good. And turn it off so you can hear ourselves think. Yeah, I can see the headlights got this dull ring on them. And there's the option for chrome. And yeah, oh well, it's what it is. Set the brakes here before we roll off somewhere. And if that was really 292 miles on 66 gallons at the rate these things used fuel, that would be that would be pretty good. I'm sure it used more than that because they're once again a gasoline engine, the Hall Scott that I have in here. But no, it's a good looking mod, and when we can get to painting it properly, there's, I've got quite a few paint jobs that look just perfect on here. But I got to make the decision whether to be a patron to get them or, uh, I don't know. Kind of frustrating because I hate sinking money like so much that I spend in the game and to be able to make skins for everybody, and then I just give them away. So it's not a good business model, trust me. Anyway, thanks for following along. I appreciate it as always, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.